All right, today we're tidying up the shop and I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of selling your handmade products online. The first category is market potential. The pro is that you have a virtually unlimited market if you're willing and able to ship your products anywhere. And you can definitely unlock opportunities that might not be available in your local area. Now, the con is obviously that we live in a very competitive and noisy online world, and it does require a lot of marketing and a lot of brand building to be able to reach those customers who will then in turn buy your product. All right, the second category is that it's a relatively easy process to sell online. The pro is that it's very transactional. I love this. It's an exchange. I'm getting paid to do what I love, and the customer is paying to receive a product that they will love. So it doesn't really require a lot of high touch service, like if you were doing custom builds for people, for example. Now, the con is that you have to work very hard to get that initial customer. You have to work hard to get repeat business. You have to work hard to get referrals, which these things might be a little bit easier if you have more face-to-face contact with your customers or your clients. Okay, the third category of selling online. The pro is that it definitely can help to build confidence in your craft. It feels very good when you get those first few orders in your online store, when people leave you your first few good reviews. All of these things feel great. This is all really great confidence building things. Now, the con is that although most customers are wonderful, you are going to get bad reviews. People are going to share their brutal opinions with you about your craft, but you have to kind of reframe your mind to turn these bad reviews into something positive and use it to improve your products and make your selling online experience better and better. All right, the fourth category is identifying your niche. So when you're selling online, you can really quickly learn what products customers love, and you can really focus on improving those specific products and creating more variations of those. You can start a little bit wider, and then once you start learning what's going to sell, which you'll find out pretty quickly, then you can start to scale down and identify your niche. Now, the con is that obviously this means that you'll be making a lot of the same things over and over again. It's going to be very repetitive work, but that makes it kind of a fun opportunity to enhance the efficiency in your operation. You're not going to have a lot of opportunity or time to do your passion projects or really be creative because you're going to be so focused on production. All right, the fifth category is better margins. You can absolutely get higher margins online that your local customers might not be willing to pay. So for me, that's absolutely been the case. Now, the con is that you obviously have to have a proper pricing strategy because you have to incorporate all of the costs of selling online. So that would be like your shipping supplies, the fees for your platforms that you're selling on, shipping costs, lost packages, damaged items, marketing costs, all of these different things you have to account for, and you have to make sure you're pricing that in. And you also have to remember that occasionally you're going to have returns or you're going to have unhappy customers, and you have to leave a little bit of a margin that you can just give refunds if you have to, and hopefully it won't happen that often. All right, the sixth category is earning potential. The earning potential when you're selling online can absolutely be great. I personally am making more money than I ever imagined, and certainly more than any job has ever paid me. So that feels wonderful. And again, this is another confidence booster. Now, the con is that it's obviously very labor intensive. None of this money comes for free. Doing woodworking is a very physically demanding job, and you also have to be extremely business-minded to be successful, and you have to be very, very good with money and managing money so that you can ride the waves of the retail business, which has its ups and downs. All right, the seventh category is building your brand. Now, the pro of selling online is that you get to be the face of your brand, and you can really take pride in what you craft, and people will recognize and respect the heart and soul that you put into what you make. But the con is that you're going to spend a lot of time on customer service, and it really has to be top notch. All right, the eighth category is building your skills. There's so many opportunities to learn so much about building an online business, but the con is that a lot of these things do require a pretty decent technical skill set. The good news is if you're willing to learn, all of these things can absolutely be learned. So those are my pros and cons of selling your products online, and I look forward to hearing your feedback in the comments.